Welcome back, you all, to another fun-filled show. I'm your host. He is Blanchard, aka Free Blanche, aka Blanstradamus, aka Blanchy Kruger. Today's title is called Blackout Invasion, War Against the West. The goal is to create a global citizen, and that global citizen is supposed to act like Black people. The reason why there is so much propaganda that is pumped to the Black community is because the Black people have the power of influence. You can say it's a gift of influence. So Black people don't realize that to whom much is given, that much more is required. So if you have the power of influence, the power to influence the world, then that means that what's required of you is much more than the average person. So they want people to emulate Black people. They want people to act like Black people. If you think about Black people as a collective, the number one in poverty in the U.S., number one in STDs, number one in abortions, number one in homicides, the least educated, the most unhealthy, the least to get married, the most divorced. Like every category, Black people lead it. Every negative category, Black people lead it. So the goal is to get folks to act like Black people. Why? So that they are easier to control. The goal is control. And so you see all this propaganda and programming behind Blackness. It's to get people to desire to be Black. And if you don't desire to be Black, then you desire to be in the good graces of Black. Either way, you're doomed. So today's title is Blackout Invasion, War Against the West. And I call it a blackout because once the world has adopted Blackness, there will be total darkness. What's up, Rishan? What's up, Broski Bear? What's up, Leatherface? What's up, Tierra? What's up, K Mac? What's up, Neek? What's up, Paul? What's up, Miss Graves? What's up, Donna's doing it? What's up, Pam? What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody on Instagram? Steve-O said they blew up Putin's limo. Again, what they're trying to get you, and this is really to radicalize those on the fringe. I told you all that this last election was about the Democrats having a radical base. This is not about America becoming more conservative. It's not about, the West regaining ground. This is about having an entire radicalized base so that if you lose the next election, they'll just tear the country apart. So I'm just telling you all what the plan is. The plan is chaos. The Bible says that God's not the author of confusion. That means that confusion has an author, and we know it's not God. All of this media out there, all of these stories, all these narratives, all this stuff is put out there to confuse, to program, to confuse, to propagandize, to get folks to basically crash out. That's the goal. So they wanted to radicalize the Democratic voting base. That means that nobody has any sense. Nobody's sensible. Think about it. Since Kamala Harris lost the election, what has happened? They've gotten more crazy. They haven't gotten more sane. They've gone more nuts. They've gone more nuts. That was the purpose. And I said this before. They wanted to radicalize their base. They only wanted radicals. So it doesn't matter who wins the election. We're going to tear the country apart regardless. But let's continue. We're going to jump right into it because I'm late today. We're just going to jump right into it. We are just going to jump right into it. We are going to jump right into it. And I want to do some on dating, but we're going to jump right into it.
And so that's attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength. And in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass but I'm just acting like a man. You know, I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck or that I want, you know, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely like a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more.
So she just articulated what I've been saying for the longest. Black men are weak. I've been telling you all this. I've been telling you all for a couple of years now that the black man is weak. And now Chelsea Handler just told you that black men like the fact that she's obnoxious and rude and unruly and uncouth and unclassy. Black men like it. I told you all that black men are weak. Black men don't know what it means to be an alpha. I had a discussion with someone today, and she said that black men are confused on what being an alpha is. Black men are taking beta behavior and thinking that it's alpha behavior, but it's not. The black man is weak. And the black man is weak because the black man, has not learned his lesson since the garden. Since you all tell me that Adam and Eve are black, then the black man has not learned his lesson since the garden. The black man is supposed to do the uncomfortable thing, the thing that takes courage, the thing that takes faith. You don't hear black men getting in front of a crowd and say, you know what, I messed up. Show me a video where you got a black man talking to an audience saying, I messed up, it's my fault. It's no one else to blame but me, nobody. Not the white man, not the black community, not my father being gone, not black women, not nothing, not poverty, not nothing. You're not gonna hear it. I'm gonna play this again, what she just said, but just keep in mind, what she's saying is what I've been saying. So this global citizen they want starts with the man being weak. Because if a man is weak, then the women are weak. If the man is weak, the children are weak. If the man is weak, society is weak. So black men have been put as the standard for masculinity, when in actuality, they are the standard for femininity. Black men are the standard for femininity. They have single mother energy. That's the black man. And I'm going to let Chelsea Handler say this again.
Black men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass but I'm just acting like a man. You know, I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck or that I want, you know, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely like a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more.
So you heard her. You heard her. You heard what she said. And again, she said black men are turned on by it, and she's right. Black men are, because black men are weak. Black men are turned on by this bad behavior because black women display bad behavior. So black men are used to it. Most black women are feminists. Most black women are feminists. They engage in bad behavior. So when they meet Chelsea Handler, it's a breath of fresh air because it's a white woman essentially acting like black women. And she said, I'm just acting like men. You notice these women never act like righteous men. You notice these women never try to emulate God-fearing men. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how when given a choice, these women never choose the righteous guy to emulate? Just like these studs always choose the tough guy to emulate. Isn't it interesting how these studs never pick the normal guy to emulate? All these women are emulating, we're acting like men, we're just doing what men are doing, but you never pick a godly man. Why are you only picking one type of guy? Why are you picking the lowest common denominator of man to be like? I'll tell you why, because it's the easiest. Because when it comes to being a righteous man, they couldn't emulate it. When it comes to being a God-fearing man, they couldn't emulate it. That's why. That's why they pick the lowest common denominator. That's why they pick someone with no character. Because it aligns with their nature, who's already inclined, or which is already inclined to talk to Satan. And black men, just like Adam, just take the fruit with no question and eat it, dummy. What she's saying about black men is true. And it's what I've been saying. The black man is weak. But you can't destroy a society unless the men are weak. You can't destroy a society unless the men are weak. This is why they want LeBron James to be the GOAT. This is why they want Tiger Woods to be the GOAT. They don't want men of character and honor to be the GOATs. They want weak men so that other men can look up and say, that's the standard. So what Chelsea Handler is saying is what we should already know. That the black man's already been emasculated. The black man is a footstool and a whooping post for black women. And any other woman that acts feminist or that is a feminist is going to get the attention of a black man. Now, Chelsea Handler said that powerful white men have a problem with powerful white women. There's no such thing as a powerful white woman unless she's submitted to a powerful white man. There's no such thing as a powerful woman unless she's submitted to a man who submitted to God. So powerful white men don't have a problem with you, Chelsea Handler, because you think you're powerful. They have a problem with you because you're disgusting. You look 75 years old, you're coming in barking demands. You look 75 years old, you're talking crazy. Why would a powerful man who can get any woman he wants deal with a woman who looks 75 but acts 25? He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. But let's continue.
No, like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like I want men. And so that's attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength. You know, like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like I want men.
Again, Chelsea Handler, a feminist, single. You see, what they don't want to tell you is no righteous man is going to deal with them. They can only get men they secretly despise. The black men that she gets with, she doesn't respect them. Didn't I tell you all this yesterday? That women don't respect what they haven't earned. If a man comes into a relationship and he is not setting a standard, the woman doesn't respect you. If the man doesn't come into a relationship with an established position, the woman does not respect you. She doesn't. It goes against her nature to respect you. So Chelsea Harris talking about these black men, but she doesn't respect them. The men that she respects are the men that don't deal with her nonsense. That's why she said between the powerful white men, it's a disconnect. There's no disconnect. He don't want to be connected in the first place. No righteous man is going to deal with this. Only weak beta men listening to Satan are going to deal with unruly women. The Bible talks about if a man is under a woman, if a woman is ruling over a man, he's already in sin. There is no relationship she's ever had with a black man that wasn't rooted and founded in sin. There's none. She has never had a righteous relationship with a black man ever. That should tell us everything. That means that no righteous black man would be caught dead with Chelsea Handler. I said she looked 75. I went too far. She looked 65, but she acts 25. Sorry, Chelsea, you don't look 75. Although I do know she looks old with makeup, with Botox, with the surgery. She looked old with the surgery. She looked old with the stuff filled up. So she looked old in person, trust me. However she looks right now on this screen, if you see her in person, add 20 years. Your favorite celebrity that you see on TV in these movies, you see him in person, just add 20 years. Let me try to find something.
Alleged comic Chelsea Handler, who thinks she can tell black folk how to vote. Here she talks about telling 50 Cent that he can't back Trump because he's black. I mean, this is so racist, so gross, so divorced from reality.
What does he do? Supporting Trump?
He says he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes, which, by the way, isn't a plan of Joe Biden's. That's a lie. So he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cents to 20 cents. And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook. So I haven't heard back from him yet.
Alleged comic Chelsea Handler, who thinks she can tell black folk how to vote. Here.
So you saw Chelsea Handler tell 50 Cent what he couldn't do. And I'm assuming she left a message because she said that he didn't get back to me. So again, the black man is weak, even 50 Cent. There's no way you are dating a woman and she walks away thinking that she can tell you what to do. So that means even 50 Cent is weak. Like I told you all, black men have been propped up as the standard for masculinity, but they're not. They have a single woman spirit. Black men are not the standard for masculinity, they're the opposite. The black male image is the most dangerous image on the planet because it makes a man think that he has an option when it comes to manhood. There's only one way to be a man. That's submit to God. That's the only way. So the fact that Chelsea Handler can tell 50 Cent what to do and they're not even dating lets you know that she doesn't respect him. And I told you all, women don't respect you all if you don't come with a standard. If you don't set down these rules and say, we're doing this, then she's not going to respect you. I let her lead on Monday. I lead on Tuesday. She leads on Wednesday. I lead on Thursday. And then I just go ahead and just give her Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It doesn't work. All these liberal men out here are getting tortured at home. They're getting tortured. They're getting slaughtered. They're getting destroyed. These women are talking to these men crazy. Every liberal man you see is already emasculated. He's already a eunuch. He's already castrated. He hasn't done it yet. They ration out sex to him. They talk to him crazy. They take away all their hobbies. They suck them dry. And not in a good way. I'm talking about soul sucking, soul draining. You see these average liberal guys ahead of their shell of themselves. It's disgusting. But that's what they want. They want weak men. They want weak men. Let me tell you all something. In this global agenda, they don't want everybody dead. What's the point? So you know they want you alive. Not all y'all, but they want enough of you all alive. So their goal isn't to just kill everybody. At least not now. They want to torture you. They want to torture you. I think it was that scene in that movie, I think was it Troy? He said there can be no pact between lions and men. It can't be. There can be no pact between real men and the rest of these spineless sea urchins slithering across the face of the earth. Chelsea Handler doesn't respect 50 Cent. She doesn't respect him. I had to remind him that he's black. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. Blackout invasion. The war against the West. All this stuff you see with black people is an attempt to destroy Western culture and society. It is the anti-white agenda. The propping up of black people is the anti-white agenda.
I'll never forget the time where somebody said that black men emotionally have become the white women of the black community, in that they have the emotional maturity of white women when it comes to criticism and taking accountability. I don't know about y'all, but that in itself just liberated the hell out of something in me. Because why is that? You know, I'll never forget the time where somebody said that black men emotionally have become the white women of the black community, in that they have the emotional maturity of white women when it comes to criticism and taking accountability. I don't know about y'all, but that in itself just liberated the hell out of something in me. Because why is that?
Yes, it is the anti-moral agenda. It is the anti-Christ agenda. But they can't just come out and say we're against everything that God did. That's not what they're going to do. What they're going to do is they're going to say that we're against white people and just attach everything godly to white people. That's what they're doing. They just attach the Bible. They just attach all the good things, family, men leading the household. They just attach all the godly things to white people and then attack white people. They can't come out and just say the family is bad. They can't come out and just say a husband and wife is bad. They can't. So what they got to do is they got to say white people are bad. This is why it has to be addressed that it's the anti-white agenda so people can see through what they're doing. Because the anti-white agenda is just cover for the anti-God agenda or anti-Christ agenda. But this conscious queen just said that black men have become the Karens of the emotionally the Karens of the black community. What she's trying to articulate is that the black man is weak and she is unruly. The black man is weak and she is unruly. She has become a ravenous beast and the black man is a slithering snake or a rat. So she knows the black man is weak because she knows how many men have compromised themselves for her foolishness. Women know. She knows how many black men have put up with her foolishness. She knows. And you know how she knows? Because every now and then she goes on YouTube and she hears a real man talk. And she thinks to herself that I've never had a man speak to me like that. At first she says, I wish he would speak to me like that. They know better. But then she got to thinking, nah, that ain't it. She gonna come up with, none of these men have been man enough to speak to me like that. Black women know. You never see black women doing content holding black men accountable to be great. I'm not talking about black men. What? No, I'm talking about no excuses. We don't want to hear about the white man no more. Get it done. You never hear content like that from black women to black men. You never hear no excuses for the black man. Never. It's always a pandering. Black man, you are loved. Has anyone told you that they love you today, black man? We know it's hard for you, black man, but just know that we love you. It's just a weak, pathetic message. It's pathetic. If you a woman and you want to show me that you love me, go sharpen my sword for me. Go get my horse ready for battle. Go fix me a meal. Pray for me. Give me a Bible scripture to start my day off. All this, I know it's hard, black man. I know it's hard out there. I know the white man is picking on you, but just know we're here for you. It's disgusting. So make no mistake about it. They want people to be black. Could you imagine if black people ran the world? Could you just imagine? Just imagine if black people were in charge. This woman in this video is unruly. She's a feminist, but she is the model that is inspiring women around the world. You think it's by chance that that black woman went over there to India and caused all that fuss? That was by design. That black woman went over there and caused all kind of ruckus. But the purpose of her going over there was to influence the women to be unruly. They saw a black woman come to their country, display bad behavior, and get celebrated. So what does that tell the women? All this is by design. This woman came way from New York and went to India. Where was she at? In Pakistan or somewhere? Went to Pakistan and shut the whole country down by being foolish. Now you had a bunch of women in that country feeling empowered that this woman, this black woman, could come over here and do that. It's by design. The goal is to get you ladies to be undesirable to a real man. It's just that simple. No real man is going to deal with you all. Only betas, simps, and cucks. That's it. I don't care how big he is. I don't care how gangster he is. I don't care how much money he has. None of that. He is still going to be a beta, a simp, and a cuck because he's dealing with you. The caveat is he's dealing with you. Right, broski, and soy boys. Betas, simps, cucks, and soy boys. This is the invasion against the West. The invasion against the West.
Unwritten rule, by the way, in the Black community that there is somewhat of a hierarchy when it comes to respect. At the top of that hierarchy are old Black women and grandmothers. Below them are Black mothers. Below them are Black women and girls, regardless of whatever their age is. Below them are old Black men. Below them are Black fathers. And at the very bottom are Black men and Black boys. And this skewed pyramid of phony respect often overrides truth and accountability, replacing it with dysfunction and hypocrisy.
I'm gonna play this again.
There's an unwritten rule, by the way, in the Black community that there is somewhat of a hierarchy when it comes to respect. At the top of that hierarchy are old Black women and grandmothers. Below them are Black mothers. Below them are Black women and girls, regardless of whatever their age is. Below them are old Black men. Below them are Black fathers. And at the very bottom are Black men and Black boys. And this skewed pyramid of phony respect often overrides truth and accountability, replacing it with dysfunction and hypocrisy.
So he basically gave you the rundown. You have the older Black woman at the top, and you have Black men at the bottom. And that's basically what it is, because the Black community is a matriarchy. So if you ever want to know if a matriarchy is successful, just look at the Black community and you'll find it's not. If you ever wanted to know if the matriarchy is the way to go, just look at the Black community and tell me if this is successful, if that's a good way to go. And we can't blame Black women because Black men are weak. So for example, MLK wasn't an alpha. I ain't talking about fraternity. MLK wasn't an alpha male. Malcolm X wasn't an alpha male. What you mean, Brad? Malcolm X was serving under Elijah Muhammad even after he knew that Elijah Muhammad was messing with little girls. Malcolm X left the Nation of Islam because he couldn't speak anymore. He did not leave because of what Elijah Muhammad was doing. I'll repeat what I'm saying. Malcolm X did not leave the Nation of Islam because of what Elijah Muhammad was doing. He left because he couldn't speak. Now, does that sound like an alpha or a beta? Sounds very beta to me. Jesse Jackson, beta. Barack Obama, beta. Al Sharpton, beta. Tell me the alpha Black men that are leading the community. So where are they? They're all betas. They're all betas. And I used to get on Black women, but these past 5 years taught me a lot. These past 5 years have shown me that the Black man may have been the problem the entire time. Because for Black women to get to where they are right now, this level of unruliness, this level of debauchery, it had to have came at the Black man's consent. The only way that black women can be this way today is because black men had to have allowed it. And we know in the garden that the first man that God created was a coward. So we already know that a man's disposition is to be a coward. He has to be taught courage. He has to be taught faith. A man's natural instinct is to be a coward. When Adam was confronted by God, the first thing he did was blame God, then he blamed Eve. It's that woman that you gave me that made me eat the fruit. He blamed God and he blamed Eve. So not only is a man's nature to be a coward, but it's also to be unaccountable. Let's continue. Let's continue.
I feel like black men are like really obsessed with natural hair, and it's so weird. Like, oh, but is that your natural hair? Like, who cares? Like, your mom, your sister, your cousins, your grandma, none of them have natural hair. Do you ask your mama, do you call Miss Tina and be like, Mom, are you wearing your natural hair? Like, who cares? Like, you never see a Mexican man asking that, a white man, like, but a black man? Like, I just don't get it. I'm starting to think that you want to bust down. Like, do you want a Colombian bundles with double weft? Like,
Now, I'm going to ask you all a question. Do you think men are going to stop dealing with her? Do you think black men are going to stop dating her? No. What she just said does not turn off, or rub a black man the wrong way. What she just said is disgusting to me. The average black man he was not offended by this at all. Imagine a woman that's bald-headed, that's walking around with fake hair. We've already established it's fake hair filled with chemicals and demons. Imagine a woman walking around with fake nails, fake hair, probably fake lips, fake breasts, fake butt, fake everything, but got real problems, but fake everything, and trying to reprimand you because you want natural. And her reason is because your grandmother and your mother wear weaves. The only way she gets this level of confidence is from black men signing off on this. She can say this, and a black man still gonna deal with her. So the black man is weak. He can't set a standard because he doesn't have any. Do you know how a man gets a standard? He has to go out there in this world and he has to try. And his successes and his failures are going to forge him or force him to have a standard or to not have a standard. So in other words, when a man goes out there and he fights against the world and he comes back, he's going to take what he learned and he's going to create a standard of living. And if he's looking at a woman, he's going to decide, does this woman align with my standard of living? It's simple. If a man is going out into this world and he comes back home and he says it's the white man's fault, there is no standard being set. That is the average black man. The average black man goes out into this world and has all these experiences, but when he comes home, he just blames the white man. That type of man can never lead a household. He can never lead a family. But guess what? These people, these powers that be, these social engineers, This is what they want men to do. They want men to emulate black men. Black men are putting up no fight against the global resistance, global agenda. Zero. When Joe Biden was terrorizing America, you didn't see black folks standing up. When Trudeau was terrorizing Canada, you didn't see black folks standing up. When what's the dude's name? Bernie over there in England terrorizing. You didn't see, in any situation, you have not seen black men come together and go against an actual threat against humanity. What you've seen is marches and protests and riots, million-man marches. You've seen a bunch of megaphones and hollering and picket signs, but you've never seen a real fight. And it's because the black man doesn't have a standard. That's what makes him weak. He doesn't have a standard for how he exists. So anything goes. If the wind blows too hard this way, he just fall over. And if it blows too hard this way, he'll fall over that way. He doesn't have a standard because he has excuses. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Real question. Would you leave the country right now if you had the means to? Would you leave the country if you had the means to? Or do you want to fight?
I have the means to leave this country. But hell itself will flash freeze over before I let these fucking Nazis win. We're smarter than them. We're better than them. And we could defeat them in a civil war. I feel it's my damn destiny to pour out the wrath of the ancestors on these fucking demons for all the centuries of dirt they've gotten away with. Nah. Let's put these motherfuckers back on the Mayflower once and for all. Then sink that bitch in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Real question. Would you leave the country right now if you had the means to? Would you leave the country if you had the means to? Or do you want to fight?
I have the means to leave this country. But hell itself will flash freeze over before I let these fucking Nazis win. We're smarter than them. We're better than them. And we could defeat them in a civil war. I feel it's my damn destiny to pour out the wrath of the ancestors on these fucking demons for all the centuries of dirt they've gotten away with. Nah. Let's put these motherfuckers back on the Mayflower once and for all. Then sink that bitch in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, I have a PayPal. I don't know how you get through the PayPal, but I think it's through my email. But I do have a PayPal. So this guy, again, this is a typical black man. He looks the part. He has the aviator sunglasses on. He has the Malcolm X sweat hoodie from the swap meet. He has a F Trump flag in the black. He has a communist fist in the back. He has another F Trump flag on the side, and he has a Black Liberation flag in the back. So he looks the part, you know. But he said that I believe that we can win a civil war. And this, I know, the black man is silly and foolish. He's a child. Black men make up 6% of the U.S. population. 6%. Out of that 6%, how many are even qualified to engage in combat? I would say 90% are not. So him saying, I believe we can win a civil war, is just propaganda to get you all to crash out. These people are agents of destruction and chaos. Their goal is to get you all to crash out. He's not going to do it. what he's telling you to do, he'll never do it. Excuse me. He had plenty of time during 2020 to do what he said he was going to do. When the world was ending and it was the Peter pandemic, you couldn't leave your house, you got to wear a mask, you better get this shot. When it was all of that going on in 2020, 2021, you can't come in this facility, you can't go to school, you can't keep your job. They laid the rules down. So if ever there was a time for him to do what he said he was going to do, it should have been in 2020 and 2021. What did he do? The white man told him to his face, if you don't get this shot, I'm taking your job, I'm taking your house, your kids can't go to school, I'm taking your freedom. You can't enjoy life, you can't travel. So when that man went through that, where was the revolution then? Where was the Civil War talk then? Oh, okay. The black man is a joke. He's a joke. The black man will never engage in a civil war. He will never start a war. He will never fight for what's right, ever. Now, he might crash out for something stupid. He'll never fight for what's right, ever. In 2020 and 2021, all these black revolutionaries' cards got pulled. Not a single one of them did anything. And there were real consequences for going against what the government was saying. And the black man folded like a cheap suit. Now he wants to reappear with a new costume on. Now it's F Donald Trump. Now it's let's round them up. Now it's let's start a civil war. When you know everything is calm. The black man is a coward. He's weak. This is the anti-white agenda. They're making the white person the boogeyman because they know they can't take this stuff over like they want to because white folks are in the way. White people are in the way. The God-fearing, patriotic, conservative white people are in the way because they're going to fight. And their worst nightmare is for people to see the white people fighting and get inspired. That's why they're going so hard and heavy with this propaganda to just demonize white people. So when you see white people fighting against UN troops, and the UN troops are going to be people of color, I might add, the UN troops will not be white. They will be from Africa, the Middle East, Asia, India. They will not be white. So when you see these white people fighting against these international troops, these foreign troops, you're going to say, see, told you they was racist. That's where all this is leading to. But guess what, black man? You're not fooling me. I know who you are. I saw you back in 2020 and 2021. You laid down. You lined up and you laid down. This sound bad, don't it? Don't it sound bad? Listen, what I'm saying sounds crazy, right? What I'm saying sounds crazy. What is this right here? Let me...
A million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. A million people.
Sit your black ass down.
A million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. A million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Now they got black women believing that if they don't go out there and march, that something bad's gonna happen. They got black women believing that they are determining the fate of America. They got black women believing if black women sit things out, it's gonna get bad. Black people live under a delusion that is unmatched. But that's what makes them ripe for the picking. That's what makes them ripe because they're so delusional. And they're delusional because most women are delusional. And women run the black community. So even black men are delusional. All this Civil War talk and we ain't gonna do this and we ain't gonna help and y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Marching, protesting, stealing flat screens and bundles. Y'all ain't doing nothing. But keeping this race messed up. She is programmed, and the black woman is the black woman is the greatest travesty in the world, because you'll see a black woman and you'll be like, she look good, she professional, she have all the tools, but as soon as she open her mouth, you'll be like, my goodness. They are the biggest, black women have become the biggest disappointments on the planet because they'll look the part. But as soon as they open their mouth, you'd be like, God, dog. And you know there's no getting them back. Like once she opens her mouth and you hear where her mind is, you know that she's not coming back from that. She's just not. Like it's going to take an act of God. So unless you got the power to heal the sick and give sight to the blind and make the lame be able to walk again, she's not going to change. It takes a miracle. So either you have to be a priest to perform an exorcism, or you're going to have to be a disciple of Christ. But she ain't breaking out of that spell. She ain't. You can forget that. Her whole identity is trapped in that spell. Her entire identity. Black women be looking, they look good, articulate. I mean, you just be like, and then you'd be like, my, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Then you go to the other races, it'll be a plain looking woman, just regular. She is nothing. She's not ugly. She ain't fine. She just plain in the middle. She open her mouth and you'd be like, my God, she got some sense. It's the worst position to be in. It really, because you like, hey, you want this, but then you kind of, do I want peace? I know shit won't look. Do I want my kids to be athletic? Do I want my kids to have some morals and stuff? It's tough. Do I want to be fighting all the time, or do I want peace in the house? Like it's tough. That's why I'm telling you, most black men are betas and simps and cucks and soy boys because you can't put up with it. Like where I am now, I can't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. Can't get past the first date. You say what? Can't get past the first conversation. Let's continue. Let's continue. And y'all want to tell me, not all. Y'all tell me not all. Blanche, not all. That's not me, Blanche. That's not me. That's not all. Ain't nobody going to pull her to the side. This is why I say most. Nobody's going to pull her to the side. Nobody's going to condemn her. Nobody's going to shun her. They're not. This behavior, and I keep telling y'all, bad behavior, this woman, this man does this for a living. This is his job. And I guarantee she's in the wrong. How do I know she's in the wrong? Because she's standing on his bar. She's standing on his bar, throwing his stuff in the water. But y'all say not all. But the reason why this woman is acting this way is because she's been around a bunch of men that have okayed this behavior. Women are only not unruly because there's a male influence somewhere. That's what keeps them from not being unruly. What keeps women in pocket and in check is a male influence somewhere. So the fact that she's acting like this, behaving this way in a foreign country, lets you know that many of men have crossed her path and allow her to do it. She acts the same way with the guys she deals with. So do I blame her or do I blame the men? Because the men are supposed to know better. The men are supposed to say no. That's why I say the black man is weak. Look at his woman. The black man is weak. Look at his woman. Leatherface said the men are simps for big jugs. Yeah, but she got a big jug. She got a big tug. She got a big mug. She got a lot. It ain't just big jugs. It's big jugs with other accessories. Big jugs, mugs, tubs. I mean, I get it. You know, but yeah. But let's continue. She got a big mouth. Hold on one second. Let me find this other.
What you gonna do, pussy? Let me call police for you. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. I'm a grown ass woman. If your kid kicks me in my back again, I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. Tell your kid to keep his hands and feet to his motherfucking self. Look at you. He act like your ass. Ready to fight a woman. Ready to fight a woman. Look at you, pussy. Ready to fight a woman. Ready to fight a woman. Mom, this motherfucking man on the fucking plane wanna fight me. His motherfucking kid check me all the fucking day on the plane. Mom, shut the fuck up, bitch. Then watch my language. Mom, I'm on the phone with you, and this white man really sitting behind me. Just can't catch me the whole fucking trip. He got the little.
Play it again. Now, you know in the comments of this video, everybody was siding with her. You know why they were siding with her? Because the guy's white. I'm going to play it again. I'll play it again.
What you gonna do, pussy? Let me call police for you. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. I'm a grown ass woman. If your kid kicks me in my back again, I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. Tell your kid to keep his here's the thing to his motherfucking self. Look at you. He act like your ass. Ready to fight a woman. Ready to fight a woman. Look at you, pussy. Ready to fight a woman. Ready to fight a woman. Mom, this motherfucking man on the fucking plane wanna fight me. His motherfucking kid check me all the fuck pay on the plane. Mom, shut the fuck up, bitch. Then watch my language. Mom, I'm on the phone with you, and this white man really sitting behind me. This can't catch me the whole fucking trip. He got the little.
So, in this video, you hear her say that he wanted to fight her, but you hear the man say, all I ask you to do is watch your language. And again, this is only a big deal on this plane because he's white. If that boy was really kicking her seat like that, she would have addressed him and she would have addressed the stewardess. Why would you sit on a flight and let someone kick the back of your seat the whole flight? You wouldn't do it. Does she act like she would tolerate somebody hitting the back of her chair? Of course not. That's how you know she's lying. She's lying. That's it. She's lying. And what black folks do is they gaslight. So what she's doing is she's yelling out things to make you believe the white man's actually doing something. Just look, observe how he's acting and observe how she's acting, and you tell me who's the culprit here. That man is calm. You cussing in front of children, in front of the elderly, you don't care who you offended. So that lets me know that you're the guilty party. Because the staff is holding you back, you're still cursing, you're still issuing threats, you're getting vulgar as time goes on. She's lying. I don't believe the boy was kicking her seat. I don't. That white man told her to watch her language, and that's what set her off. How dare this white man, like she told her mom, this white man, what does that matter? Mom, this white man is, what does that even matter? I'll tell you. That's the whole point of the whole show on the plane. It's because he's white. And I keep telling you all, this is the anti-white agenda. So now imagine the plane when there's no white folks on the plane and everybody's black. And if they aren't actually black, they're acting black. This is what they want: chaos, destruction. And then they're going to have a big meeting. They're going to say, you know what? We got to keep the citizens safe. We're going to come up with a global police force, a global task force to curtail this violence. This is why they want white people gone, out of the way, so they can do this. So now we go from cursing on the plane to run into the cockpit telling the pilot, let me fly the plane. Because I'm black.
Sneakers on? What the fuck is those sneakers? They're just materialized. That's why I don't fuck with it. This shit's some ashy. Yo, let them be ashy. Niggas, you go in and out to work. Yo, excuse me, what's that?
Oh, nah.
Almost done. I'm scared. Bitch, you can never close me out, bitch. It's too fast. Try again, bitch. How's up? You got the sneakers on? What the fuck is those sneakers? They're just materialized. That's why I don't fuck with it. This shit's some ashy. Yo, let them be ashy. Niggas, you go in and out to work. Yo, excuse me, what's that?
Oh, nah.
Almost done. I'm scared, bitch. Can't never close me out, bitch. What's too fat? Try again, bitch. Hot up.
Cruise Missile said, I see this every day. Cruise Missile said, I see this every day. The stuff they used to see in New York, like there was the norm for New York, is now spreading to all the cities. It's becoming nationwide, this kind of behavior on the trains. This is crazy. I seen one, the guy was laying on the benches. He didn't even have the decency to stand up and go piss. He literally just rolled over and pissed on the ground and then rolled back over and went to sleep. Like it's just like this level of debauchery is unmatched. And they want you to believe that, oh, it's just because it's the West. No, that's not it. It's not it. There is an intense and intentional level of programming and propaganda that has someone not even snatch him off the train. It takes a certain type of demoralization for you to be on a train and the guy's just pissing in front of you and you don't say nothing. You just like you act like it's just, like they've beaten you to that point. They've beaten you down to that point. Oh no, I know. Listen, in Philadelphia, a man, R-A-P-E, a woman, R-A-P-E, a woman, I'm gonna say R-A-P-E-D, a woman on a train, and they watched. So listen, I know about Philly too. The man he only got 7 years. The man, R-A-P-E-D, a woman on the train in Philly, everybody watched, pulled their phones out, and he only got 7 years. So again, Annie, you know he was obligatory. But again, my point is that for you to even watch this stuff and just not say nothing, you've already been demoralized. Like you are like to not be outraged by this, you're already demoralized. Like you're already, a few more years, you're gonna be just seeing outright bloodbaths in the street. You're gonna keep walking. Let's continue.
Watch out! Go! I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You told me to get off the bus. So don't say that, though. Don't say that, though. He's not going to get off the bus. Vote for you. Like the first episode, bitch. Vote for you. Oh, my God. Real Griffin shit, nigga. This Griffin shit, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Mixed with a whole Jersey breed, nigga. I can't do it for real.
So they're going to tell you that white people do this too, and no, they don't. They don't. When white people fight, you actually know who's fighting. When black people fight, you don't know who fight, you don't know who's with who, you don't even know. You can't even tell in this fight, you can't even tell who, you don't know what's going on. They on a party bus to have fun. They're on a party bus to have fun, and it ends up in an all-out brawl. You don't know who's with who. You see a little ratchet twins and leopard. You see this big thing right here. This big red monster. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Bunch of effeminate men, bunch of unruly black women. No shoes on, just running around, hair flying everywhere, weaves flying off, clothes coming off. You don't know what's going on. So no, white folks don't do this. When black women be fighting, you would think it was a Native American fight. It's people that got scalped. All you see is hair everywhere. You would think it was I imagine it's like when Native Americans were scalping folks. It looked kind of like that, where you didn't see hair, where you don't know what's going on. No rhyme or reason. Just supposed to be on a party bus partying, but somehow it ends in utter chaos. Good looking women. You see good looking women. It don't matter. Obese, good, fine. They all got the same mentality. They all got the same mentality. It don't matter how they look. It's when they open their mouth. But Blanche, white people, no. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Even in the boat brawl, during that boat brawl, all them black folks jumped on about 4 white people, hitting white ladies in the head with chairs, and y'all just condoned it. Y'all made the one boy a hero. The one that swam across the lake, you made him a hero. He was punching a woman in the face. Y'all just, you had no honor. You have no honor. This is a war against the West. It is a war against the West.
About my braids. They're ugly. Okay, your braids are ugly. She wanted to say something, but now that I'm behind her, no, it's my opinion.
All because of a hairstyle. You cracked my phone. My phone's cracked.
That's actually crazy. You wanted to start it. Your braids are ugly. I'm still saying it. Okay. I'm still gonna say it's ugly. This is the phone right here. This is his phone that got smashed.
Right there in the ice cream shop.
Are you with her? When I first saw a video of this girl, it was her trying to justify her box braids, by her Fulani braids, by saying that Vikings had braids first. We ignore white folks like that. I simply said that, black folks are trying to tell you that you're going to lose your hair. Do what you want. We don't give a fuck anymore. After that, people let me know that this is the same girl that apparently almost caused a homeless person to drown by telling them to jump into some water they can't swim for money. And I think she got arrested for that or something like that. She's also in one of those like content creation houses where you have to make a certain amount, you're trying to make a certain amount a month. So that's why her content is so outrageous. Okay. So we know that the best way to make money in today's day and age on today's internet is to antagonize black people. So she started off with her braids, going up to random black people saying, you know, do you like my hair? And then when she wasn't getting the reception that she wanted, she started straight up putting black women in danger. So we're at that, where we've crossed the threshold. She's now actively putting black women's lives in danger. She already was she was already problematic and racist as hell. Now she's a full out danger to black people's lives. Following, antagonizing, and calling the police, weaponizing her white womanness, her white woman tears on a black woman who had an opinion. Probably saw her videos online and told her to shut the fuck up, and then followed that black woman, called the police on her. This is what you get when you entertain people like that. This is what you get. White people know that the best way to make money online is to antagonize or bother or anger black people. She put a black woman's life at risk for content. She can fucking eat. We don't argue with people that John Brown would have shot.
So, again, another weak black man. Now, the young white lady is obviously trolling. She's obviously trolling, right? Obviously, she's trolling. If you don't, or if you know she's trolling, then why aren't you just walking away from her? Why even engage with her? Like, if you know she's trolling and you know it's all for content, it's all for clickbait, it's all for to make money on the internet. If it's all for these things and y'all know this, then why do y'all keep entertaining her? I'll tell you why, because you can't help it. Because you see her with those braids and you can't, because something is in your spirit telling you she shouldn't be able to do that. That's ours. Instead of just ignoring her, instead of just not listening to her, y'all getting all riled up, breaking phones, knocking people's phones. Now listen now. You know you can't knock somebody's phone out of their hand. You know you can't do that. Now, what's funny to me is in the other video I posted, everybody told me that the black woman has the right to record the white man and his family. But now you got the white woman recording the black woman, and now she's putting her in danger. I don't listen to y'all. And again, it takes a beta black male to come and save the day. If the white girl is trolling and she's just trying to make content, then why give her the satisfaction? Why? Matter of fact, all you got to do is say, they look lovely. Like, it's just, again, dear black people, the reason why you all are going to be the global crash out dummies is because you all don't have any common sense. You don't see the nuance in life. All you see is black and white. You don't see anything else. Y'all are silly. If you know the girl is creating content, then guess what? Ignore her. Should she be able to wear braids? Of course. Do I agree with her content? No, I think it's dumb. I think her content would be far more effective if she just asked people their reasons versus doing the other dumb stuff. Just ask them. And then do response videos. Do videos about the history of braids. Do videos about, I don't know. So I think her content is stupid. It's dumb. But she has the perfect audience. Because she knows that the bliggities don't have very good sense. They ain't got much sense. They're going to fall for it every time. This girl is viral on the internet, Everybody knows who she is and they still can't help it. So is it her or is it y'all? Like, just ignore her. It's foolish. But something inside you says, no, I can't let that white girl win. While simultaneously helping the white girl win. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 of this.
Chega a se lamber a peça. Tão desejada tanto pelos homens como pelas mulheres.
As bichas também, as boys.
E principalmente as meninas, igual a Alice, fica tudo com inveja.
Não é, Minglis?
Calma, a caveira é única e plena.
Diva.
Do you know the level of delusion?
Chega a se lamber a peça. Tão desejada tanto pelos homens como pelas mulheres.
As bichas também, as boys.
E principalmente as meninas, igual a Alice, fica tudo.
I'm just gonna say this, right? This man got 2 butts, and both of them are flat. Remember I told y'all that the LGBTQP, don't forget XYZ community, are just ugly. They're just ugly. They're not attractive. And so they latch on to this LGBTQ stuff because they look atrocious. This man has the worst shape a human being can have. This man got 2 butts and they both flat. You understand how insane this is?
Não é, Minglis?
And listen, the delusion though, the delusion to put that on, he was somewhere where he got dressed. He looked in the mirror and said, I'm about to go kill him, and then went to the swamp, or wherever he at. The river, I don't know wherever he at. I told y'all that the LGBTQ is just a bunch of rejects. They're just not attractive. They're not attractive. So them being abnormal just fits with them looking crazy. He's obligatory just speaking Spanish. Obligatory speaking Spanish. I just thought it was funny. All right. Obligatory just speaking Spanish. That's it. He the same. He just speaks Spanish. That's it. Let's continue. Oh yeah, he Dominican. He Dominican. It really is a mental illness, though. It really is. It truly is. It truly is. It truly is mental illness.
TSA was doing their security check. A whole bunch of cockroaches came out of the bag, and we can't transport the bag like that.
Where in the hell is the cockroach? They says cockroaches in this bag. I don't understand this. You can't take it like that.
We can't check it.
You mean you gotta shake all these clothes out?
Yes. We need to make sure that there are no cockroaches in there because now you're going to be in the cabin of our aircraft.
Cockroaches?
We need to be completely sure that we don't have any more cockroaches in here for us to send this back. Sir, they're on your leg. Sir, you have them on your leg. They're on your leg.
Right there.
They're coming out underneath the wheels. They're on his pants. We're just gonna have to dispose of the bag.
It cost me $30-something. I ain't gonna throw that away.
Wants to depart with the bag.
Don't throw the bag down anymore, sir. You're not going to get them all out, and you're not going to be able to take this bag.
Cockroaches.
TSA was doing their security check. A whole bunch of cockroaches came out of the bag, and we can't transport the bag like that.
Where in the hell is a cockroach? They says cockroaches in this bag. I don't understand this. You can't take it like that.
We can't check it.
You mean you gotta shake all these clothes out?
Yes. We need to make sure that there are no cockroaches in there because now you're going to be in the cabin of our aircraft.
Cockroaches?
We need to be completely sure that we don't have any more cockroaches in here for us to send this back. Sir, they're on your leg. Sir, you have them on your leg. They're on your leg.
Right there.
They're coming out underneath the wheels. They're on his pants. We're just gonna have to dispose of the bag.
It cost me $30-something. I ain't gonna throw that away.
Wants to depart with the bag.
Don't throw the bag down anymore, sir. You're not going to get them all out, and you're not going to be able to take this bag.
Who you think folks are mad at? The man bringing the cockroaches to the airport, or the white people telling him he can't do it? Who you think they're mad at? Are they mad at him, or are they mad at them? Now imagine you on a plane and the roaches are smart enough to know that he ain't got good sense. So the roaches say, they do a huddle and they say, listen, we're going to stay on here, but we need 50 of you all to go get on him to go inside the plane and go in and infest the plane. So they in the huddle, they say break. They say 1, 2, 3, infest. So now you got the suitcase under the plane spreading roaches. Then you got the roaches on him spreading inside the cabin. So now when y'all leave the plane, roaches ain't got all on y'all stuff. The German cockroach, I don't know what, the German cockroach is the most diabolical insect on the planet. They multiply rapidly. They even, if you kill them, they're designed, and when you smash them, their egg sac shoots out. They can still, like, the German cockroach is the most diabolical insect on earth. They're resistant to radiation. Like, I remember one time we were young, I was younger, our iron had broke. And so my mom hadn't gone to get an iron yet. And so she borrowed an iron from, one of her friends. So I was getting ready to iron something. I plugged that iron up. What do you think came up out of that iron? When that iron got hot, what do you think came spilling out of that iron? A whole bunch of roaches. I've seen roaches in the microwave when the microwave is microwaving, and they're inside the microwave as it's microwaving and nothing happens to them. That German cockroach is a diabolical insect. They reproduce so rapidly. The insect spray is not going to kill them. You can bomb the house. You have to bomb the house about 4 or 5 times to get rid of them. Like, that German cockroach is a beast. Listen, them big cockroaches, they can't survive inside your house. They're not domesticated. That German cockroach can survive in the house. Them big ones can't survive. You always find them dead somewhere. They done crawl up on them somewhere. They can't survive in the house. But the German cockroach, But this man wanted to get on a plane with a suitcase full of roaches, and then had the nerve to say, I don't know what a cockroach is. This man said, I don't know what a cockroach is. Do you understand why we need white people? This is why. This is why they want to get rid of white people. Imagine you get on a plane and it's infested with roaches. Imagine you get on a plane, you got a 4.5-hour flight, and it's roaches everywhere. And roaches can live off of cardboard, fingernails. Roaches will eat anything. Roaches, they will eat anything. This is why we need white people. Because if the airport is ran by black people, you best believe it's going to be some roaches and some rats. Because black folks litter a lot. Black folks don't believe in trash cans. I thought that video was crazy.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
Play it again.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
Alpha or beta? Alpha or beta? Figgy said that this is what makes Islam so much more attractive than Christianity. Well, I would say this. Christianity is the #1 religion in the world. But I will say that Christianity gets a bad rap in a sense because they've propagandized it and said that it is a white man's religion. The reason why these other religions even have any type of pull is because they're compared to quote unquote the white man's religion. Nobody's judging the Quran independently. Nobody's judging this stuff independently. They're judging it based on something else. So they're judging it based on what the white man did with Christianity. So they're telling the world that the white man used Christianity, used the Bible to enslave the world. It's not true, but that's the narrative attached to it. They attach Christianity to white, and they attach Islam and Buddhism and Taoism and all these other religions to virtuous stuff, to spiritual stuff. The Christianity is the white man's religion, and everything else is for the people, the indigenous peoples of the world, and all that. But it's a bunch of cap. People separate this kind of Christianity from regular Christianity. So this is black church. Black church and church are two different things. Black Christians and white Christians are two different people. So they're not, it's not really like people aren't judging Christianity based on black people. They're not. It's being judged based on white people. Black Christianity is more acceptable. You can do what you want to do. You can get up there, you can collect the money, you can get the Holy Ghost, you can eat fried chicken afterwards, you ain't got to be held accountable. Once saved, always saved. You have no boundaries with black Christianity. Black folks got an excuse for all the 10 commandments. Like, listen, so the black church is not the standard that people are measuring Christianity on, because black church Christianity is the world. It's Democratic Party, it's liberation theology, it's Marxism, socialism, communism. So the black church is the world. Now, Christianity is being judged by white people, the white church, Western society, Western culture. So now this may deter black folks from wanting to be, in the church or read the Bible or follow Christ. But yeah, this ain't the standard right here. This ain't it. White Christian churches have rainbow flags on them. Correction. Liberal white churches have rainbow flags on them. Most white churches are not liberal. They're not. So liberal white churches have rainbow flags on them. It ain't the average white church ain't got no rainbow flag on it. In the average white church, you're not going to see a whole bunch of LGBTQs running around the church. You're going to see in a liberal white church, you're going to see in a black church, but the regular white church, matter of fact, the regular white church gets condemned because it's too white. It's too generic. It's too plain. They say there's no soul in the church. So those rainbow flags are for a particular audience, the liberals. But Marvin Sapp said ushers, close the doors, and nobody can leave until we get this 40,000. Nobody can leave until we get this 40,000. This is black church. You're going to be hard pressed to find a white church where they're locking the doors to make you give an offering. If you go and grab the offering at a black church, they're going to knock your head off. If you go and grab the offering at a white church, they ain't going to bother you. I guarantee you go to a white church and grab that offering and run out the church, guess what they're going to say? Praise the Lord. They must have needed it. We're blessed to be a blessing. It's a whole different culture in the white church than the black church. So when we talk about Jesus and the church and the Bible, you best believe they're talking about white folks. They ain't talking about black folks. Martin Luther King was a pastor and didn't even believe in Christ. And see, in black church, you can be anything and be a pastor. You're not gonna find no traditional white pastor that say he don't believe in Jesus and still be a pastor of a church. They ain't gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They run up out of there. He get ran up out of there. But Marvin Sapp said 40 racks or else. I want 40 bands before y'all can leave. And instead of black folks saying this is crazy, this is nuts, they ain't gonna say nothing. Because black people know if I hold somebody accountable, I'm going to be held accountable. This is one of the most fundamental things that plague the black community, is they're so reluctant to hold somebody accountable because they know if they hold somebody accountable, they're going to be held accountable. So the best thing to do is just not hold people accountable. So they don't get robbed. Thank you, Cruise Missile, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kofi19, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. CC777, thank you so much. Back to back. CC777 again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. And I'll be back on Monday. Thank you, Agatis Navi, for moderating. Thank y'all for keeping the chat lit. I love y'all, and I will see you all on. She said a guy said I was torturing y'all. I will see y'all on Monday. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, Diamone said, "Ain't no sermon worth no 40,000," and I agree 1,000%. I ain't never heard a pastor preaching. Listen, I ain't never heard a pastor preach and want to give no money. All my giving came from me, from the Holy Spirit with God and me, and that's it. Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and me. That's it. I ain't never heard a pastor preach, maybe want to dig in my pocket to get some money. You remember that one clip of President Trump? He was in the church, and they was collecting the offering, and he put that money out, and he was like, Trump was like, "Nah, I ain't getting all that." I feel him though, like, "Nah, you ain't getting all that. You ain't getting the whole stack. Nah, you ain't getting the whole stack." But yeah, I ain't never 40 racks for a pastor. Nah, I'm cool. I wish I would. And then Creflo Dollar said, I've been wrong about tithing this whole time to get the money back. Creflo Dollar said he was wrong about tithing. Give the money back. Give the money back. Anyone listening, I love y'all, and I will see y'all on Monday. All right.